a shaman. We smoke some DMT before we binge. My diet's strictly protein shakes and ramen, so we make sure to purge after we stretch. I'm Mr. Los Angeles, the rumors are true. Out on the bleeding edge of fashion. Mr. Los Angeles, I'm calling for you. This is where the magic happens. My therapist confirms that I'm a victim. It's everyone around me that is bad, using words like toxic and intentions. And every session ends with "this was rad." I'm Mr. Los Angeles, all was true. No comment underneath the caption. Mr. Los Angeles, I'm calling for you. This is where the magic happens. I just booked a Taco Bell commercial. I eat a bag of cheese without my hands. My agent thinks it's slightly controversial. It's not great for the image of my band. I'm Mr. Los Angeles, the rumors are true. Behind every good man there's a mansion. Mr. Los Angeles, I'm calling for you. This is where the magic happens. I have a friend who wouldn't name his children. He says that it requires your consent. The owner says he likes to go by kitchen. The baby thinks your name is made a mess. I'm Mr. Los Angeles, the rumors are true. The only way to make it here is fountain. Mr. Los Angeles, I'm calling for you. This is where the magic happens. Mr. Los Angeles, the rumors are true. Where every vegan sleeps in sheets of satin. Mr. Los Angeles, I'm calling for you. This is where the magic happens. How are we feeling, everybody? We're kicking off this tour together. This is the first night of the next 3 weeks for us. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else. We're feeling good if you're feeling good. The separation was symmetrical. They both retreated to their sides, drawing a list of demands and muddy lines in the sand, trying out their separate lives. Most of the damage was collateral, but still inspired some debate on all the principles of why all the people we love are the same ones we can also hate. You just roll with the punches until you can feel a beat. You just roll with the punches. Oh yeah. The separation was logistical, deciding what belongs to whom, how dying love manifests in a rug or a chest, the decorations of a room. Every promise was negotiable, most of all the ones we made alone. What she finally forgave, what he'll take to his grave, learning how to not pick up the phone. Just roll with the punches until you can feel a thing. You just roll with the punches. Oh yeah. Separation was a miracle, a band of static right behind our eyes that we filter everything through without knowing we do. A past and future synchronized. You just roll with the punches until you can feel a thing. You just roll with the punches. Oh yeah. You just roll with the punches until you can feel a thing. You just roll with the punches. Oh yeah. In opposition, find out which wars to declare. You can polish up the prisons, send all your critics there. You seem willing and able, and used to get in your way, but you're still waiting tables for someone else's cafe. You can call yourself a living God if it rallies up the troops. You can reinstate the firing squad, lace up your combat boots. Your vitals are stable in your stupid beret, but you're still waiting tables at someone else's cafe. Someone else's cafe. Call you Beelzebub. You can make them call you Chief. Make some face paint out of baby blood. Wear a necklace made of teeth. You could be living a fable in your one-man parade, but you're still waiting tables at someone else's cafe. From the rock of the cradle to a dead in our graves, we're all waiting tables at someone else's cafe. Does someone have a song to sing or a joke that they could share? Let's enjoy each other's company on the brink of our despair. Does someone have a song to sing or a joke that they could share? Thank you very much. It's nice to be in Woodstock, New York. This is a very storied, special place for this band particularly, and even just going to the bathroom and seeing Levon Helm's face is pretty fucking cool. There was I guess like it didn't work out, but there was a TV some folks were trying to make a few years ago, a TV show where it was going to be live from Big Pink. They were going to have all these bands come and play in Big Pink, and it never got off the ground. But the band they got for the sort of concept episode where they were just going to show the buyers this is what we're thinking, got to be this band. So we played this next song down there, I'm sure of it. I'd like to let you know that I do not feel welcome. All the birds, the trees, the falling snow, they were not made for me. California, she saw a city's promise reaching through my eyes, so she turned herself away. Well, how I cursed that Western the skyline. And yet I thanked it for my start. But oh, no, my dreams did not come true. No, they only came apart. So I followed her here to Birmingham, where the soil is so much richer. And though my aching pride might guide my hand, she did not ask for me to come. On Sundays, I know the hymnals are by heart. But oh, no, my dreams did not come true. No, they only came apart. Snowfall, this time of year, it's not what Birmingham is used to. I get the feeling that I brought it here, so now I'm taking it away. So let's share one more drink together. Before I reload my cart. But oh no, my dreams did not come true. No, they only came apart.
guys heard Oh Brother yet? Yeah! You know I can count on you. What day of the week is it? It's Wednesday? I lose track of what day of the week it is. The first day I'm on tour. Just throw that information right out of my brain. Don't need it. But it does matter because you guys decided to come out on a Wednesday night. That's not easy. As we make our way through this life together, that gets harder and harder to do. A lot of sacrifices had to be made for you to be here late with us on a Wednesday. So this song is for freaks like you that know how to live. The Statue of Liberty after F.A.O. Schwartz. And as I carry the bags, I wonder what we're doing this for. You don't find the good stuff on a guided tour. But house parties and local bands, bad, and it goes all the way down. And these drinks in the daytime are never quite as fun as they sound. These days at the beach feel more like just sitting around. So if anyone needs me, you know where I can be found. House parties and local bands, good weed with some Joni fans, old friends playing Mega Man, and a little Donkey Kong. Don't wanna see Disneylands, beer bellies and farmer tents, house parties and local bands. That's where I belong. We've come to Chicago at the wrong time of year. My eyelids are frozen and I can't feel my ears. It's not that I don't like museums, but we live near a few. If you want the real thing, you know what you gotta do. House parties and local bands, someone yelling at Kanye fans. How can you possibly stand that man after all he's done? In local bands, that's where I belong. House parties and local bands, that's where I
restlessness reserved for those who believe in themselves. She thought the world was hers, so she made sure it bent beneath her will. She was as new and as ancient as the solar panel hills. She knew that she could set this town by storm. The wonder of sound and light seeking its form. Somewhere along the way, the dots didn't all connect. The promise became regret. Somewhere along the way, the dream and the circumstance continue their tortured dance. Somewhere along the way, somewhere along the way. She was my lullaby, personified, my vision in the mist. But her contacts were all promoters and some downtown therapist. The 5 a.m.s, the worried friends, the parting of her lips. But I needed to witness someone wrestle with what it means to just exist. How her only plan in life was getting lost. How she took me to the edge and made me watch. Somewhere along the way, the running just lost its fun. That happens to everyone. Somewhere but that was her signature. She would talk about letting go. I guess I didn't understand. Give it over to the currents that were there since time began. Put on a long drive from El Paso to the Pacific Ocean cliffs. I finally felt connected to the continental drift. And somewhere along the way, I started to smile again. I don't remember when. Somewhere along the way, things will turn out just fine. I know it's true this time.
So I feel like it's fair to say we need every tour to help remind us who we are and this family that we all have together. But it is worth saying that I feel like we need this one more than ever. And we're really grateful to you guys. I feel like when things got a little crazy for us in these last few months, we felt so much love and support from you guys specifically, from our Dawes family, in ways that I don't know if is normal for bands, and definitely not in ways that we could have possibly expected. So thank you so much. We love you so much, and we're so grateful for you guys carrying us through some tough times. I'm gonna play an old song for you, but it means a whole lot of different things to us now. These days my friends don't seem to know me. Will have my suitcase in my hand, and when I'm standing still, I seem to disappear. But maybe that's how I found you. Maybe that taught me exactly what I want. Maybe meeting you so far away from home is what makes it all so clear. But you got that special kind of sadness. You got that tragic set of charms that only comes from time spent in Los Angeles. Makes me wanna wrap you in my arms. When people ask me where I come from, to see what it says about a man, I only end up giving bad directions that never lead them there at all. It's something written in the headlights. It is something swimming in my drink. And if I were the moon, it would be exactly where I'd fall. 'Cause you got that special kind of sadness. You got that tragic set of charms that only comes from time spent in Los Angeles. Makes me wanna wrap you in my arms. Love me for all the places that I've been, and the dirt that I've been gathering deep beneath my nails. But now I know what I've been missing. I'm going home to make it mine. And I'll be battening the hatches and pulling in the sails. 'Cause you got that special kind of sadness. You got that tragic set of charms that only comes from time spent in Los Angeles. Makes me wanna wrap you in my arms. You got that special kind of sadness. You got that tragic set of charms that only comes from time spent in Los Angeles. Makes me wanna rap
Sounds like the perfect installation of my time spent here on earth. But I have stared at the horizon with both feet in the sand. The thing I love about the ocean, it comes in I've been feeling like a light bulb when the filament won't glow, surrounded by a darkness because the current's moving slow. Am I losing my intensity? Is that feeling here to stay? But that's the thing about electricity. It comes in waves. It comes in waves. I think I found something in common with nothing missing, God. If you stare at either in the face too long, they're gonna do each other's jobs. Sometimes the silences are holy, sometimes I'm drifting into space. But if the spirit's moving through me, it comes in waves. I thought their grip was getting looser. I thought they were giving us a try. But if you feel good about the future, well then buddy, so do I. So let's keep an eye on all our enemies while we're popping the champagne. 'Cause that's the thing about a victory, it comes in waves. It comes in waves. It comes in waves. was offered to save. I lived less like a workhorse, more like a slave. I thought that one quick moment that was noble or brave would be worth the most of my life. So I pointed my fingers, shouted a few quotes I knew, as if something that's written should be taken as true. But every path that I've taken, or conclusion I drew, would put truth back under the knife. And now the only piece of advice that continues to help is anyone that's making anything new only break something else. When my time comes, so I took what I wanted, put it out of my reach. I wanted to pay for successes with all my defeats. And if heaven was all that was promised to me, why don't I pray for death? 'Cause now it seems like the unraveling has started too soon, and I am sleeping in hallways, drinking perfume, speaking to mirrors, counting the moons, while the worse and worse that it gets. Oh, you can judge the whole world on the sparkle that you think it lasts. You could stare into the abyss, but it's staring right back. To the abyss, but it's staring right back. Griff's gonna sing one for us now.
broken enough to feel holy. Never loved someone enough to be cruel. Never been hungry enough to get cracking. Haven't quite fallen enough to atone. Never could cry hard enough to start laughing. Never stopped moving enough to be home. But it's not like I'm keeping score. Only when I feel unsteady. Am I getting a little more? Or have I had enough already? Man, enough already. I haven't cleared enough of my record. I haven't covered enough of my tracks. I haven't cashed in enough of my winnings. I haven't tried on enough of my hats. But I've always failed enough to keep trying. I've always worked enough to get by. I've always felt enough hope in the morning. Tell me wrestle the demons at night. So where's the medal I'm waiting for? And who is throwing the confetti? Am I getting a little more? Or have I had enough already? Man, enough already. Man, enough already. Maybe I've said enough to stay quiet. Maybe I've stood enough to sit back. Maybe I've told enough lies to be honest. Let someone else try and mount the attack. Or maybe I should just ask for help, since I'm living in the land of plenty. And yet still hoping for something else. When I know I had enough already.
Who actually threw the confetti? I mean, all right. You know your stuff.
buckle in my seatbelt and plug my headset in a chair. Wait, those are the wrong words. That was right? Buckle in my seatbelt? Okay, I'm trying again. Hey! I buckle in my seatbelt and plug my headset in a chair. And to the music I watch flight attendants move. They are pointing out the exits, but it looks more like a prayer or an ancient dance their bloodline reaches through. These planes are good for sifting through the warriors from the men. I get time to sit and watch them for a while. You can see everywhere they're going, you can see everywhere they've been, and how they look out at the clouds each time they smile. And I think maybe he's in town for someone's birthday, or maybe he makes trouble everywhere. But as much as he resists the conversation between the rivers and the freeways, he knows it's always there. As a Northwest Passage sits somewhere below me, as I sleep I dream of captains and explorers eating boots. And I ask if I could join them, and they offer one to me. I wake up as my home comes into view. So I reach down for my notebook to see what impressions could be spawned. But it's just buildings, it's just a million swimming pools. So I leaf back through the pages to see where I've come from, for some crumbled map of what it's leading to. And I find that the hero in a song that I've been writing doesn't know he's just the image of myself. But as much as he resists the conversations between the rivers and the freeways, he's somehow always asking them for help. signs I've been ignoring, while the trees reach for the sky, or in the length of someone's hair. So you don't know where you are going, take you there. So maybe I'm in town for someone's birthday. Maybe I make trouble everywhere. But as much as I resist the conversation between the rivers and the freeways, I know it's always there. I know it's always there. I know it's always there. Be right back. All right. Sometimes you don't want the first show of a run to be so burning, but these guys are really ripping it right now. You guys are really lifting us up out there, giving us a lot to live up to for the next 3 weeks. Back against the San Francisco traffic, on the bridge's side, his faces towards the jail, setting out to join a demographic. He hoists his first leg up over the rail. Then a phone call's made and police cars show up quickly. And the sheriff slams his passenger door. He says, "Hey kid, why don't you talk through this with me? Just tell me what you're doing it for." Oh, it's a little bit of everything. The mountains, it's the fall. The news at 6 o'clock. It's the death of my first dog. It's the angels up above me. It's a song that they don't sing. It's a little bit of everything. There's an older man who stands in a buffet line. He is smiling and he's holding out his plate. And the further that he looks back into his timeline, that hard road always led him to today. He's making up for when his bright future just left him, making up for the fact that his only son is gone, and letting everything out once his server asks him, have you figured out yet what it is you want? I think I'll have a little bit of everything, the biscuits and the beans, whatever helps me to forget about these things that brought me to my knees. So come on, just another minute, and how about another chicken wing? 'Cause I'm having a little bit of everything. Somewhere a pretty girl is writing invitations for her wedding that she has scheduled in the fall. Her man says, baby, could I just make one quick observation? You don't seem to be having any fun at all. She says, well, you could just worry about your groomsmen and your shirt size, and rest assured that this is making me feel good. I think that love is so much easier than we realize. Peace. 'Cause it's a little bit of everything, the way you laugh, the way you wake. It's getting up way before you, so I can just watch you as you wake. So on that day in late September, it's not just some stupid fucking ring. I'll be getting a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of everything. It's the matador and the ball. It's the suggested daily dosage. It's the red moon when it's full. All these psychics and these doctors, they're all right and they're all wrong. It's like trying to make out every word when they should simply hum along. It's not some message written in the dark or some truth that no one's seen. It's just a little bit of everything.
That's Adam McDougall on the keyboards. We're in the home stretch now, everybody.
Stretches at an unsafe arc. I tiptoe toward the gravity of the predicament we're in. I'd prefer leaving tomorrow, sitting firmly in the dark, instead of facing one more tired vision of the end. But if that's the ballgame, if the experience won't stand around to watch it all come down. At least we got a front row seat. I got good at changing subjects nearly everywhere I went. Till all my conversations all got too good to be true. Spoken max for wedding about airborne toxic events. Why not take the time that's left me and I'll give it all to you? 'Cause if that's a ballgame, if the experiment's complete, we won't stand around to watch it all come down. At least we got a front row seat. If it's true that it's a curse to live in interesting times, then why do I get butterflies as I peek over the ledge? You bring some popcorn, I'll bring some wine. Just don't pay for the whole seat if all you needed was the edge. 'Cause if that's the ball game, if the experiment's complete, we won't stand around to watch it all burn down. At least we got a front row seat. At least we got a front row seat. At least we got a front row seat.
Thank you all so much. It's been such a pleasure being with you tonight. Thanks for kicking this thing off right.
Late night drives and hot French fries and friends around the country, from Charlottesville to good old Santa Fe. When I think of you, you still got on that hat that says let's party. I hope that thing is never thrown away. I hope that life without a chaperone is what you thought it'd be. I hope your brother's Alpamino runs forever. I hope the world sees the same person that you always were to me. And may all your favorite bands stay together. I'm just waking up and I'm not thinking clearly, so don't quote me. With one eye open, I'm writing you this song. Ain't it funny how some people pop into your head so easily? 'Cause I haven't seen you in there for so long. I hope the life without a chaperone is what you thought it'd be. Hope your brother's Alpamino runs forever. Hope the world sees the same person that you always were to me. And may all your favorite bands stay together.
We'll see you down the road. I hate New York City. It's cold and it's damp, and all the people dress like monkeys. Let's leave Chicago to the Eskimos. That sounds a little bit too rugged for you and me, you bad girl. The big nasty redhead at my side, sending the winds blowing hot from the north that we would sing in stride. Roll down the windows, put down the top, crank up the Beach Boys, baby, don't let the music stop. We're gonna ride it to it, just can't ride it no more. From the South Bay to the Valley, from the West Side to the East Side, everybody's very happy, 'cause the sun is shining all the time. Looks like another perfect day. I love L.A. I love L.A. We love it. We love it. Trees. Look at that bum over there, man, he's down on his knees. Look at these women, ain't nothing like them nowhere. Century Boulevard, we love it. Victory Boulevard, we love it. Santa Monica Boulevard, we love it. 6th Street, we love it, we love it, we love it. We love L.A. We'll see you down the road. Thank you so much for tonight. It's a pleasure playing for you.